Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some pretty exciting news. I'm actually transitioning from investment banking to working at a startup. This is definitely a big pivot in my career, and it's actually really exciting for me. As you guys may know, I've been working at JP Morgan for the past over 2 years actually. It started with my internship in my junior year of college. I accepted the return offer, and I've been working as an investment banking analyst on 2 separate teams now for the past 2 years. I was in credit for a while, and then I went to equity capital markets. And I think honestly, I couldn't have picked a better start to my career. Not even picked, sometimes I feel like banking chose me in a way, but no regrets at all. I think if I was gonna learn finance somewhere, I think JP Morgan was the best place to go and do it. But a little bit about why I am now transitioning to a startup. As you guys know, the name of this channel is Analyst to CEO. So my long-term goals is to be an entrepreneur, to start something of my own, to have my own company. So working at a startup or a smaller firm definitely will give me a different perspective on how things rise ground up versus working at an established company. There's already so much you're just trying to learn, but there's not as much you can contribute to the larger scheme of the system. Whereas in a startup, I feel like you can really emphasize your own brand and emphasize your own growth and take advantage of being a part of that journey. When I think about my time in banking, actually about half of it was remote. So most of the people class of 2019 and class of 2020 have had a very different investment banking experience than what they kind of signed themselves up for. And it has had disadvantages and advantages. Obviously, the advantages being that as an analyst, the sheer deal flow has been, immense because COVID has been a great revenue generator for banks. So you have got to be on transactions that you might not have even gotten to do during your entire 2.5 years as an analyst. And also you got to sit in on meetings, investor meetings, roadshow meetings, things that no one would normally invite an analyst to. So just by being and listening to these strategies and calls, you definitely learn a lot through osmosis. But the disadvantage is that you are sitting in a computer by yourself 80 hours a week away from your coworkers. So you don't get to see other analysts putting in the same time. What you do see is your roommates or family who aren't in investment banking getting to eat dinner in peace, live a life. And that is hard. Banking can be a pretty isolating job unless you have other analysts you're seeing doing it with you. So I would say the lack of camaraderie cause for turnover based on what I'm seeing with friends and coworkers who have left banking. For me, I've always viewed investment banking as a stepping stone. It was never my long-term goal to be an MD of a banking team. I knew as a first step, this is where I wanted to be. Putting in the hours was something I was willing to do. When I signed up, I didn't know for how long, but I think I was always on the lookout for an opportunity that would make leaving JP Morgan worth. And I really do believe I've found that. This new role should hopefully give me the opportunity to also be able to pursue some side hobbies of my own, take advantage of living and paying rent in New York City. So that's also definitely part of the reason. And so I'm excited to see how this goes. I have a lot, I think, of insight when it comes to finding the perfect startup for you, recruiting. It is hard transition because with banking, it's you kind of exactly know what you're getting yourself into when you join an established company. Whereas with startups, there's so many of them and you are kind of taking a risk with your career when you join one. So I definitely plan to make some videos on that. And of course, I appreciate your support as always. So be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon.